some schools, I know there's a school near me, they don't do music for, like as a subject, as a GCSE. So there might be children in that school who are, have musical talents, but they don't have the opportunity to access it. So giving it for free kind of helps bringing out their musical talent. Like if you show interest in something to, nurture it.
The global pandemic caused many things to stand still. It reminded us all of how precious the arts, theatre and music are. And many people, especially young people, missed out on creative opportunities, which is why the Mayor of London and I are so proud to support Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham. It's a great project where young people get to make and produce their own music. And it's all part of our London Borough of Culture Impact Awards, which recognise a brilliant creative idea. It's already having a big impact, with over 120 music workshops for young people across the whole borough, along with teacher training, professional development opportunities and so much more, helping hundreds of students to build their creative careers. This summer, the Big Gig at Westfield London showcased the work of 26 budding musicians, showcasing talented young people on their journey to becoming London's future music professionals.
I'm Ben Coleman, I'm a councillor and Deputy Leader of Hammersmith and Fulham Council. And we're now into the second year of Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham, this groundbreaking project to train young people in making music and producing events, all supported by leading music industry professionals. And in the past year alone, hundreds of 14 to 18-year-olds who live and study in Hammersmith and Fulham have taken part in music classes and workshops. They've had the chance to design a gig, they've performed live on stage using professional equipment. And all of this has happened with the support of our Hammersmith and Fulham Music Hub and with joint funding from the Mayor of London's Cultural Impact Awards. And we're really very grateful for this and very proud of the results.
Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham has massively helped the Music Hub expand our provision and offer. We've been able to offer new styles and genres of music making, working with wider groups of schools and young people, informal settings, non-formal settings, and also working with specialist teachers and music education professionals.
In autumn 2021, we launched a call out for young people to join the Young Music Producers Board. In order to embed youth voice across the programme, the newly recruited young music producers would have a bespoke role in co-curating the Big Gig Take One.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello ladies and gentlemen.
So the act, they sent in audition videos and we sat down around the table and just listened to them, and then we went through our choices.
Earlier today I was doing sound checks over there. So as each of the artists came on, I was helping over there, just making sure that everything sounded all right, just looking at the control board, basically learning.
I hosted the Big Gig Take One, which was amazing and it was really fun. And I also performed at the event, so I did a little mashup.
Have you got no shame? You're looking insane, turning up at my door. It's 2 in the morning, the rain is pouring. Haven't we been here before? Don't mess it up, talking that.
It's definitely increased my confidence so much. It's increased my teamwork skills to be part of the guitar ensemble. And then as well as that, from being in the Youth Voice Council, the Young Music Producers Board, I've got to work as a team. I've learnt really, really valuable skills like marketing and budgeting and how to use Eventbrite, and it's just been amazing.
Across 2022, we've delivered over 200 workshops and sessions in various settings across the borough, reaching approximately 500 young people. We're so pleased that phase 1 of Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham has worked with every 14 to 19 setting across 2022 in some form. Working in partnership with the Rhythm Studio, we delivered mainstream workshops in songwriting, music production and hip-hop and rap throughout the summer and autumn term.
We partner with them to further their ambition to put contemporary music in schools and in the lives of the young people in West London. And I guess the biggest project that we do in partnership is the Future Sounds competition, which is a secondary school annual music event where we invite young people to put themselves forward and audition to be part of a high-profile gig and have a memorable experience playing in a venue that will inspire them, hopefully, to develop their music making and continue doing the thing that they love most.
The workshop that we first signed up to was the songwriting workshop for Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham. I used it for my then Year 10 class.
Our song's really catchy. Like whenever we rehearse it, I'll have it in my head for ages. So I really like that. I also like the lyric writing side of things. For me, because like, I'm more of a singer, so it was good to kind of see that side of the creative process.
I loved it, to be honest. It was a great opportunity. I enjoyed making something original with my friends, and I feel like when we put it at the end, and we finally played it together and it actually came out really well, it was quite rewarding and a valuable learning experience.
Okay, so we're going to have multiple layers, and it's going to be sort of in that style where you can kind of cater it to whatever style of music you're into.
The workshop that we've had more recently was a music production one. We've again offered to the current Year 10s as a way of like transitioning from the more simple garage band stuff that they've done in Key Stage 3 to Logic Pro, which is going to be their new one for Key Stage 4.
Your job will be to also work alongside the keyboard players and arrive at, at a place where you're both happy, both groups are happy, and you like the sound of what you're doing together.
In this year, they've just participated to the songwriting workshop with Steve Batham, and it was a fantastic workshop there. I've never seen them so engaged and enjoying so much doing music together.
So we just did like this workshop where we had to write a song and the lyrics, and we were put into like groups depending on the instruments we could play, and we had to play a song and we had to write the lyrics. We wrote about how to change like the world. We kind of talked about crime and how, for example, sometimes when you're walking home you might not feel very safe.
We knew that we couldn't adapt the same approach with the special schools in the borough, so a new teaching and learning resource was written to help schools teach music to 14 to 19-year-olds with more significant additional needs or disabilities.
Music has a huge holistic quality with regards to helping young people communicate their feelings, express things that they otherwise wouldn't be able to put in words, and also experience playing and creating together with their peers and friends, which is something that is not taken for granted.
Well, I just think it's good for the kids to see people come inside and have practitioners show them other things. You know, we're always telling them stuff in here, but it's good to hear it from somewhere else. And also, it gives them more experience vocationally. You know, we are at the back of the borough, so the environment is not exactly that great. So as many vocational experiences as the kids can get, I think it's very important.
Okay, well done guys, thank you so much.
We go to school at Jack's Own. Friends make us feel excited.
Well, I was very fortunate enough to come on board to help write a syllabus for SEND to do with songwriting, technology and hip hop. It was kind of like an amalgamation of all the existing programs. So we wanted to make it inclusive, so we wanted to kind of create a pathway for all students to be able to access this amazing content, to compose something. So I was really fortunate to work with 2 schools, and it was very kind of a collaborative process where, you know, you can say I've gone into 2 SEN schools, but what the products that came out were entirely different and both wonderful in their own way. because it was so ingrained with the pupils' ideas and also the staff that work there.
The children that we work with tend to be children that are either in danger of being excluded permanently from mainstream education or have been excluded from mainstream education. So the students and staff have really enjoyed engaging with the project. Music teachers come into the school and coach the students on how to use software like Logic Pro on MacBooks, which has been fantastic. And you know, one of the highlights for me has been seeing our students performing and recording in the recording studio at the Lyric.
So instead of you having to turn up the volume on an overall fader, you can turn it up in here. Okay, so you've got to play it and you've got to listen and you've got to play around with these buttons here and see which ones you think needs to go up and down. So it's a listening exercise. Young people use music as an expression, a way to express themselves, and they relate to music. And I feel like having things that are free for young people helps a lot, because it is very expensive to pay for the equipment these days, the recording studios. So I think it does have a big impact. There is a lot of people that are looking for things like this and they don't find it. So, you know, more of this around would help a lot.
Many young people face vulnerabilities outside of structured learning time or the school day, with some falling victim to knife crime.
Now, next to the stage, we have just a whole bunch of amazing acts, but we have our first performance from Key for Life. Key for Life is a charity which aims to reduce youth reoffending through delivering innovative rehabilitation programs to those in prison and take those who are at risk of going to prison prevented from it. The charity also works with under 18s to tackle anti-social behaviour and knife crime. So please, without further ado, give a big round of applause for Key for Life.
How would you feel if you had a chance and you could change your life? How would you feel if you had a chance and you could change your life?
It's been really important that we produced a varied programme of opportunities for young people to get involved in after school and during holiday times without facing any financial barriers and in a safe environment.
As soon as I got elected as a councillor and then became the mayor, I really knew that young people and a new approach to crime was something I really wanted to focus on, and that's why I'm so delighted to have chosen Key for Life as one of my chosen charities for the year. They really epitomise what we need right now, a preventative rather than reactive approach, and I'm completely in awe of all the performances and the work of the Tri-Borough Music Hub and Sounds Like Hammersmith Fulham.
The Big Gig Take One was definitely the highlight for me, and I think for a lot of people. It was so clear the hard work that the Young Music Producers Board had put in, and the event was lovely for the crowd and all the participants. The programme has really allowed us to broaden musical education in Hammersmith and Fulham, and more than 300 people or students have been able to take part and given them an opportunity to also really consider a job within the music industry.
I would love to be like a recording artist, that's my dream. To do like soul, pop, and then I'm currently doing a course at the Lyric Theatre where we're recording music.
The Lyric Theatre is the base for much of the Music Hub's out-of-school activity, with a range of opportunities from lessons to choirs to orchestras to take part in.
The Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham programme is a huge benefit to us, where it brings in some of the most vulnerable and disadvantaged young people across West London, in particular Hammersmith and Fulham, from pupil referral units or referral agencies to come and express their creativity. Programmes such as the one that Tri-Borough Music Hub are leading here at the Lyric really contributes to young people's lives by reducing reoffending, helping them with knife crime or gang exploitation, and really giving young people a creative way to express themselves that's not within a life of crime.
Knowing that singing is really beneficial to mental health and important for any up-and-coming singer-songwriter, the Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham programme has launched 10 vocal scholarships where young people can access free music lessons in their school and then take part in Next Level Voices Choir, which rehearse weekly at the Lyric and get to perform in really cool venues across London.
Through
the vocal scholarships, we are able to work with students across Hammersmith and Fulham and give them opportunities to singing lessons, to choir opportunities, to performance opportunities in a way that some of them may have never had access to before. We are working with a wide range of students, some of them who've had a lot of vocal experience, some of them who have had no vocal experience at all. And it's really about access, it's really about opportunities, and it's really about students being able to have that fully funded opportunity to explore what singing is to them, and through that it can build their confidence, it can make them consider it a career in music, and it can make them unlock skills and opportunities that they may have not been able to have accessed before.
We understand that for some young people who face particular barriers or vulnerabilities, travelling within the borough is not possible. This is why we started music at Masborough as part of the phase 1 of Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham programme.
Young people should have access to tools for self-expression, also young adults. Really, every human being should have tools for self-expression, but music is amazing with that because it has been scientifically proven time and time again that it allows young people to have better brain development, to be more empathetic, to also be able to communicate better. There's just like 1,000,001 reasons why music is amazing, why the arts are amazing in general.
There's so much that you can do within youth services, within youth clubs, and it's these places that really let individuality and collectiveness really shine. It's like that perfect balance between you as a human in addition to you as a part of a bigger, wider thing. It gives you really that perspective on wanting to do something with this world and like giving you those interchangeable skills and those valuable skills so that when you go from this position as a young person into a full-fledged adult, that you can make those changes in your workplace, in your relationships, and you can see that positive change directly throughout.
I think the legacy should be that music is for everyone. Regardless of who you are, where you come from.
In terms of next steps and legacy, we've provided schools with an amazing collection of resources that can, with any luck, be used time and time again.
It really has been a huge, detailed and fantastic opportunity, and it's down to some serious planning, some great work led by our Deputy Head Jane DaCosta, and really looking at this holistic opportunity. It's been brilliant.
We're really delighted that Sounds Like Hammersmith and Fulham has kick-started a renewed enthusiasm across the borough for young people to be able to perform locally, supported by local business and organisations, and will continue long into the future.
So phase 2 is an older age group, so it's 18 plus. And it's designed more as a sort of casual arts education to fit in with people's busy schedules. They have a practice already. They may have been to uni or they may have learned, on YouTube by themselves. And they are looking for the next sort of, key insights, information, key contacts, key skills.
And also, the world is changing sort of exponentially, and it has done in the last few years quite a compact kind of time space. And so I think we've found that, just as a creative person, keeping up with that and knowing how to respond to it, and also, technologically as well, there's so much advancement that's being made, and I think it's just, we kind of thought, what are the most urgent skills that we feel that you need today as an artist and as a creative, and hopefully we can kind of give them a bit of that.